So let's talk about working with sound and track groups. To do this, we're going to use a new layout. So let's go up to the window menu and go down to Layout and choose Sound Editing. You can see that all the windows sort of readjusted themselves, and now we have some more track groups below the normal film strip. Right-click on the track group that says Music. Choose Add Clip to Track, and this brings up a sound file browser that allows you to choose sounds. So there are a lot of audio files to sort through. So just like the map load dialog, we'll use the filter here to type in a string that will help us search for the sounds that we're looking for. Type in music, and that'll show us only files that have the word music in them. You can quickly browse through the sounds by using the up and down arrows. They'll automatically play as each one gets highlighted. I'm going to go ahead and select this 150 beats per minute one. Click on Open. And now you'll see we have a new clip that is pointing to that sound file. So we can right-click on it and tell it to show the waveform. We can drag it around just like a normal clip. If we go to the beginning of the sequence and hit I, we can trim it so that it's just basically starting exactly where the sequence starts. And it's a good idea to pay attention to where the start and end of every audio clip is. So I'll just go ahead and hit I and O to trim the start and end. Music is going. We've also got the secondary viewport up here, and it's tied to the work camera. I'll talk about that in just a second. But for right now, there's the sound. And let's go ahead and add a dialogue line here, maybe as the scout's running towards the soldier here. Maybe something along the lines of, I don't know, let's see what we got. So go to the, go ahead and close the music track group and go to the dialogue track group and right-click on it and say Add Clip to Track. And this one is going to be, let's pick a domination line. So I think we've got a bunch of scout domination lines.
Today,
so one of these should work.
I am today 400 them $200. I think I'll take Sasha out for a steak dinner tonight.
Maybe
what do you think about that?
Dominate soldier line.
You're a disgrace to you. Dismiss.
That sounds great. Okay, so here's a little audio file. If you control middle mouse wheel, you can adjust the height of a clip. If you right-click on it and say Show Waveform, it'll automatically show the waveform, and you can drag it around and place it where you want. So right here where the rocket is going by, let's go ahead and add a sound effect. So go down to the effects track here and right-click on the effects track and say Add Clip to Track. And I think we've got some maybe near miss. Looks like we got a bunch of near miss sounds. So go ahead and pick a near miss sound. That sounds good. So even though these are audio clips, they still have a lot of the same hotkeys and functions that you have for video clips. So you can still move them around, you can blade them, you can copy and paste them, and if you hold down Control, Alt, and Shift, you can lower their pitch. It's a good idea to keep an eye on where the audio clips start, because as you drag the shots around, any clip that starts inside that shot will get dragged with it. This is a really great feature for keeping your sounds in sync with the shots, and it lets you adjust edits, delete, or retime without having to worry about things getting out of sync. So I noticed that the audio for these explosions is kind of loud. You'll notice that in the track groups there's nothing in here for explosions, and that's because the audio for the explosions was actually recorded inside of the shot. So to go into a shot, go ahead and double-click on the shot, and now you see track groups for each one of the takes that we recorded earlier. Open up the last track group and you can see there's a game sounds section where the explosions are. So if you right-click on game sounds and you say Set Volume, you can set that volume to 0.15. To return to the sequence level, hit the up button, and if we play the movie, the rockets will be a little bit quieter.
Dismiss!
So this is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and add a fade in and a fade out to some of the shots for a finishing touch. Just right-click on the clip and say Edit Clip, Set Fade Time. So in this case, a 1 second fade time should be fine. The same thing works on audio clips, and you can fade in an audio clip in the same way.
Dismiss!
By the way, if the audio playback gets annoying while you're editing, there's a mute button on the top right of the timeline. So that's the basics of working with track groups and audio. Next up, let's talk about how to move things around in the scene with manipulators.